Hey, I'm Brad Kimbrough, Wiregrass Electric Cooperative. I have with me today Jason Thrash. He's our Vice President of Engineering and Operations. We're going to show you a little video today about what all is involved in the restoration process. When outages occur, what all that our engineering team, our dispatchers, and our linemen do to get your power restored as quickly and safely as possible. And I think you guys will be interested in seeing what really goes on behind the scenes. I know from time to time we get a lot of questions about, why is it taking so long, or how much longer is it going to be. So we hope this video will help explain some of those things.
The view that you're looking at here, this is our SCADA system. We refer to this as our home view. Our dispatch center keeps this up and watches it. So what we like to see here is all red. If we see all red, that means all of our membership has electricity. In the event of the outage that we had the other night, this circuit that you see right here, K16, was open. So all three of these red squares you see at that location, they were green, and that means electricity was out. We get notifications from the SCADA system via email, and that notification goes to on-call supervisors as well. It goes to our servicemen, so they're notified right away that there's an outage. After that notification that we received, Mitchie Bass was dispatched to this location, and what he's going to do, he's going to look at the indicators that he's pointing at up there. Typically when they're closed, it's red like you see now. When it's open, it'll be green and it says open, so he verifies it's open. He's going to open up a switch above us here, and for safety for our men while they're working, making the repairs, it creates an air gap. So that way there's no way they can get any kind of electricity. The supervisor on call has called Mitchie and reported to him the location, the possible location of the outage. And we do that through some applications that we utilize, some engineering software that we use to locate the fault. And the fault is simply just what caused the outage. Also, during this time frame, we had a member called in, or somebody that was passing by the area, and reported to 911 that they saw a tree down and it had electrical lines down. So that's always key to report those situations when you see them. The more information that we can receive from the public, it just helps us even that much better. We got this iPad that also our men use in the trucks, and it's got our map of our service territory. It includes our electrical infrastructure, so they're able to navigate around our system as they need to. So we use this. It's a great tool. It kind of follows you along as you're driving, so you don't have to touch it. It's hands-free. Mitchie, he has arrived on scene. He has a lot of moving parts that he's got to do at this location. There may be public on site in cars off the road. Also, there's emergency personnel on site, so he's got to communicate with the supervisor on call what he found. So then that way that supervisor can start assembling crews to get out here to make repairs. He's got to talk with emergency personnel, let them know what he may be doing, that to stay away from the line, that it's not safe yet, or if it is safe. Things of that nature. We typically get a 30-foot wide right-of-way, but when you have the right event, the right winds, rain amount, it could cause a tree to come down. After we left the location of the tree, we said, all right, let's look how we can do switching. So using the map, we determined that we could start at this location here. When we have an outage and we want to isolate that tree that we showed you, we want to isolate that outage to that location, and we want to try to zone in on it the best we can and leave everybody on either side of that tree, if you will, and supply electricity to those members from a different location, from a different source. We're striving to make improvements every day as time goes by to eventually get where we can do switching around our whole system. But essentially what we do is, if you're feeding from Rehoboth substation where we started and the fault happened, we essentially take you, isolate you off of that cause, that tree that fell, and then we move you over to another substation to supply electricity to a group of members. Here at this location, you can see we got the top bank right here. They couldn't get over to the pole location to use that extendo stick. So here, they had to utilize the service bucket. The event went on to be about a 6-hour event, so we had a small cluster of meters, about 40, 50 meters that were still out of power during that time. With that said, Mitchie Bass recommended that we try to do something to get the convenience store on here, Kelly's store. They were still open for business, so it really helped them out to try to restore power to them. We didn't have a switch here, so somebody had to physically cut jumpers here to isolate the trouble where the tree was, to isolate that to that. And then we were able to close one of our locations that we visited. We were able to close it back and return power back to Kelly's store. So they came on probably about 30, 40 minutes after we got majority of the meters on. And they were able to stay open and function and run their business, provide gas, different things to the community. That completed all of our switching. Our crews were already on site. They were already cleaning up, cutting the tree down there, getting it clear so they could access to be able to change the pole. We had another crew working on the second broken pole that was just about 4 poles down from where the tree fell. So at this point, it was turned over to them. They did their work, and probably about 10 o'clock, we returned power to the remaining 4. So it was a good job by everybody. All the men out in the field did an excellent job. They worked safely, which is always #1 priority for our linemen out in the field, and our supporting staff back in the office, our supervisors that were in dispatch, did an exceptional job managing everything, because we not only had this outage going on, we also had outages across the system in other locations that we had to work on as well.
So as you can see, there's a lot that goes on when outages occur. I'm proud of our guys. Jason, I know you're proud of your team, and it's a team effort when we have outages like this. From the dispatchers to the engineers to the crews working to our communications team. We hope that this shows you a little bit about what all happens, and maybe answers a little bit of the why, and we hope that after viewing this that you're happy with it. Jason, any final thoughts?
Yeah, we just always strive to serve our membership well, look after the safety of our employees that are out there in the field.
That's right.
And we've got a great team here at Wiregrass that we always do the best we can. And even with that said, we always look for ways to improve as well. So maybe we can restore power to more of those during any event that may occur. So.
Yeah, and we're able to do a lot of things because we have, as he said, well-trained employees that we really care about their safety. We also have some very good technology that you, our members, allow us to purchase through basically your rates. And we hope in doing so, utilizing this technology, employing this technology, that we're working more efficiently, which is saving money for the members.
Right.
And more importantly, it's helping our restoration and reliability, and we hope that you all appreciate what we're doing.